So let us look at snapshots of what happens each winter. And this is the winter flush. It's the outflow of hypersaline water from the Gulfs into the ambient ocean, and it's most obvious when you look at Spencer Gulf. Okay, on the left side you can see the salinity levels near the bottom, say within a meter or two from the bottom. Okay, on the left side here is the model simulation, and on the right side these are field observations using a salinity sensor and measuring the salinity field, and you can see how similar the structures are. Okay, both in terms of structure and the time. Okay, so what creates this outflow? What creates the outflow is the density difference across the entrance of the Gulfs, of Spencer Gulf, and it is created by a salinity difference and a temperature difference. So the water is hypersaline, but during autumn it cools down and the salinity further increases, creates a maximum density difference, and this creates a density-driven outflow. The water flows out, and the outflow creates an inflow of ambient seawater, pushing it into the Gulf. Okay. This is the dominant feature. The outflow from St. Vincent Gulf is a little bit more tricky to see because you have very strong tidal flows on Backstairs Passage. Backstairs Passage is down here, okay, which dilutes the outflow, and the outflow through Investigator Strait merges. It's not that saline or so, but it merges with the outflow that comes from Spencer. Okay, and this is what happens every winter. Every winter you have a flushing period. Water flowing out, water coming in. However, the water that comes in does not reach the upper reaches of the Gulf. Otherwise, salinity would be lower in these. Okay? All right, so this is what happens during winter. During summertime, the temperature increases and it offsets the salinity, the density excess in the lower reaches of the Gulf. It offsets salinity effects, and there is no longer a density difference, and so this stops the exchange across the entrance of the Gulf. Let's have a look at that, and you can see that when you look at surface satellite images of temperature. Yeah, let's see what happens in the simulation. Here is on the left in grayscale. The black regions are warm water regions. Okay, you can see the warm water zones in the Gulfs. Okay, there's all warm water. Okay, and you can see some effects, and these are caused by tidal mixing. You can see a little bit region here in Backstairs Passage, which is a little bit colder, and we're talking about, or it gets 21, less than 21 degrees. And here are the observations, satellite images of sea surface temperature, and you can see very similar features. Okay, it's almost identical, the features. So during summertime, the exchange stops. You have no longer an exchange between the Gulfs and the ambient ocean because the density difference is no longer there. Okay, the exchange is modulated by the temperature effect. Okay. All right, so let's see what else we can do.